All right. So, ẹ káalẹ́ o, gbogbo yín, àwọn àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́. And that's saying, good evening, everyone. I greet you very well. I'm gonna get the energy up. So today we are going to be looking at a new chapter in our learning. We've covered so far the beginnings and the introductions. We've also looked at body parts. We looked at a little song at the class. Eyara, Eyara mi, Eyara mi. The parts of the body. And so we're starting to cover some ground vocabulary wise while still touching on a little bit of the grammar along the way. So this week we're going to be touching on a new chapter, and this is going to be important. This is going to allow us to add a little bit of flavor, a little bit of touch to our language and our language tool set that we are acquiring. It also goes without saying, and I hope that in the periods where we are not having class, that you have your classmates and your fellow temple mates that you can fall on, those who are in the program that you can practice the assignments with to help you to stay practiced and engaged with the material. So, Aburaboye, welcome. So, that being said, please try to engage with practice amongst your temple, and that helps to build consistency and communication. Yanifa will also help you guys along the way if you ever need help.
Okay.
So, Ekas, boss, C or Sekeji, or in our case, I think we are in week 5. So, Osekaru. Ní ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí, in this week, a yóò kọ́ nípa àwọn àwọ̀. We will learn about colors, about the colors. Àwọn ọ̀nà àti bí a ṣe ń lo àwọn àpèjúwe. So the paths, ọ̀nà, and how we use the examples. Àpèjúwe rọrùn ní èdè Yorùbá. So some adjectives. Àpèjúwe are adjectives. And rọrùn means simple. Ní èdè Yorùbá, in the Yoruba language. Mímọ̀ àwọn àwọ̀ àti àpèjúwe ń ràn wá lọ́wọ́ láti ṣàlàyé àwọn nǹkan tó yí wa ká, kí a sì sọ̀rọ̀ nípa wọn ní ọ̀nà tó ṣe kedere. And so this is saying, knowing colors and descriptions, mímọ̀ àwọn àwọ̀ àti àpèjúwe. It helps and supports us. When it says ràn wá lọ́wọ́, ràn wá, ràn is like to help and support. Lọ́wọ́, remember from our hands class, our body parts class, ọwọ́, right? So lọ́wọ́, ràn wá lọ́wọ́, kind of supports us. And the wá is the subject for us. And so it's saying it helps us to describe the things around and talk about them clearly. Láti ṣàlàyé, ṣàlàyé means to explain. Àwọn
I was going to
kan,
ask.
yes. Àwọn, there, or it's the plural. It's talking about something that's plural, right? Àwọn nǹkan, about things. Nǹkan is, remember from our numbers class, ọ̀kan, for one. So it's a saying àwọn nǹkan tó yí wa ká. So that's saying that are around us. Yíká, àyíká.
Àwọn nǹkan tó yí wa ká ó ti di nǹkan tó jẹ́ oríṣiríṣi tó wà different different things ní àwọn nǹkan tó yí wọn ká.
Eshe. So it are those things that are surrounding us. Yiwaka. We'll see something. We'll see more about that in our descriptions as we go into Apojue section. Um, so let's begin our journey into the world of colors and descriptions. Ishajuoro. Vocabulary introduction. Akbakan, part 1. Remember Akba in the body part class? It's like our arm, right? So we're saying like, or it could be a part. And so here it's saying Akbakan. And so before we begin, I want to ask, are there any questions? Or are we all good?
We're good. I think we're good.
All right, let's go ahead. So let's look at the first one, red. Red. We say, and feel free to repeat after me. Upa. Upa.
Upa.
Mhm.
Upa.
Remember in the Yoruba when we say the P, it's not just a silent P, it's a explosive P. And so it's like K.
A pop.
Yeah. Try saying that now.
You say it first.
Upa.
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 Upa. Upa. Upa.
Upa.
Upa.
Mhm.
Upa.
Upa.
The K and P are simultaneously pronounced to give the popping sound.
Yeah. Upa. Upa.
Upa.
Upa.
Upa.
Pa.
I used to know a friend that was from Africa, I believe Nigeria. And he spoke English, but he also spoke a language where they had a lot of clicking in it.
Mhm.
Is that this language or?
That's Kosa. That's a South African. Oh, that's a South African language. But in Nigeria, there could be another language that has a clicking sound that I'm not sure of.
Oh, okay.
Nigeria, as a matter of fact, has over 250 languages.
Wow. Wow. I did not know that.
Wow.
So there's
That's
plenty of
wild.
languages in Nigeria outside of Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo being some of the main languages as of the result of the largest tribal groups. But there are other tribal groups in Nigeria, and so there might be different languages spoken.
Wow.
So for our side now, so your language is different. Egba, it is different. Ogun, Ondo State, it is different. Ekiti, it is different language.
So
Ilesa, it is different language.
those are the dialects that will be different. The
Wow.
dialects, we have different Yoruba dialects. That's what Baba is mentioning. So even within Yoruba, there are different dialects and how they speak. The ones, if you're wondering, that we are focusing on in the class are the Oyo dialect.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Okay.
Right. So with that being said, let's continue with the content. So I bring the K in there to remind you that it's a popping KP sound. Upa.
Okay.
Upa.
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 Àpèjúwe rọrùn. So we have a simple description alongside it. It says àwọ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ tàbí àpẹẹrẹ àpólà pupa. Pupa.
Pupa.
So it's saying the color of blood. Àwọ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ is blood.
Àwọ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀.
Àwọ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀.
Mm-hmm. And àwọ̀ is color.
Okay.
So what do you guys think tabi is?
Color, blood, apple, fruit. I don't.
Not quite. I'll give you the clue for apple. Apula.
Apula
Apula.
would be apple.
Okay.
Mhm. Tàbí báwo la máa sọ apple?
Or like. Oh, is it or like? Tabi.
Or like is àpẹẹrẹ because
Okay.
àpẹẹrẹ means an example or for example.
Oh, okay.
So àpòlà pupa is the
Kí ni ìtumọ̀ àpòlà?
apple.
Àpò.
Apple.
As in pé àpòlà pupa.
Àpòlà pupa, red apple.
Apola pupa.
Okay.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Because also apple is not very, I don't know if apple was indigenous to Africa. I need to look that up. I think they have apples they had their own apples. I'm not too sure actually on that. But that's the word. Apola pupa. It sounds a lot like apple.
Yeah.
But apere, apere, dorere is example or like. Tabi is or. So the example sentence says awo eje tabi apere apola pupa. You guys ready to go forward?
Yeah. Is it beneficial to read the like if I was going to be practicing and I wanted to write word for word what the the translation word for word, it would be a little different because the words are in different order in different languages, in the different languages.
I see what you're saying. Like writing its positioning.
Yeah, would that be beneficial? And then like, I don't know, make a game of putting it in the right order maybe.
That's a game of subject, verb, and object. Yes, it would be very beneficial in learning the grammatical positions. It's a good game to play for that. That helps you to build the grammar and sentence logic. So
yeah, that would
here we're
cool.
saying awoeje. The description is of the blood, color of blood.
Yeah.
Or apere, example, apola pupa. And again, we noted that the color comes after because it's an adjective. It's an àpèjúwe. It's an adjective of apola. So that's in regards to that sentence structure. So let's go to the next one. White. Funfun. Funfun.
Funfun.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Funfun. That sounds funny. That's sounds like the way you would say cloud or something.
Yeah, it's like a cloud. It's something that's light, something that's funfun, soft. So it takes on certain characteristics of white. So it's mid in tone. And it's saying here, the description, àwọ̀ yìnyín, the color of snow. Yìnyín, that's snow. Tàbí aṣọ funfun. White cloth. Notably Obatala. The Orisha of white cloth.
Oh.
So àwọ̀ yìnyín tàbí aṣọ funfun. White is funfun.
Aṣọ funfun.
That's right.
Funfun.
Yes. So in this case, we kind of hear the nasal expression of the N. Funfun. But yeah, it's like phone, but
Mm.
you wouldn't fully pronounce that N. Again, that kind of silent N pronunciation.
Boom,
Phone.
boom, boom. Okay.
Phone. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Awo yini tabi.
Àwọ̀ yìnyín tàbí
Awo
aṣọ funfun.
tabi asho boom, 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 boom.
Yes, that's a description of white, the color of snow.
Awo
So let's look at the next one. Doo-doo,
dudu.
doo-doo.
You
That
know, there's a
is
song, a do da da da, a dee dee dee, a do do do. Yeah. I think it's like
is
Men
it
at
like
Work.
jazz? Who?
I think Men at Work sing it. It's like old 80s or something.
Oh yeah,
Rock and roll.
the Scooby-Doo and the Doobs. The Dewey Boop Bops.
I want to say to you. Yeah, I
That
got
being
that song stuck
said,
in my head.
it's a good jam and good jingle and segue to our next color. Doo doo,
Do do
and
Do.
it's on a high tone. Doo doo,
do do.
and that's black.
Black. Do do.
So the color black, how would you describe the color black to someone? The color of night or charcoal.
Mm-hmm.
So àwọ̀ òru tàbí èédú.
Oru. Tabi.
Dòdò, dòre, dòmí, dòmímí, àwọ̀ òru tàbí èédú.
Tabi. Owo. 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 Owo.
You guys want to give it a try?
Edu.
Àwọ̀
Àwọ̀
òru
Oru.
òru
tàbí.
tàbí
This is the fun part. We're gonna do the sliding, right? Èédú,
Edu.
èédú,
Edu.
èédú.
Okay. Edu.
Do you guys get that?
Do do.
Dòmímí, èédú. That is coal, charcoal.
oh,
And you can see it takes the do from do do,
mhm,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed that.
eléèdú,
Do
èédú.
do do.
Yeah, black stuff, but it's like charcoal. Èédú,
Edu.
dòmímí. All right. So that's
Do.
black. What about blue?
Blue.
Blue,
Blue. Blue.
blue,
Blue.
blue,
blue.
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 That is the color for blue.
Mm.
And what we say, how will we describe the color blue? The color of the sky on a clear day. Àwọ̀ sánmà,
Sanma. Awo
dòdò
sanma.
mídò.
Summer,
Awo sanma.
Àwọ̀ sánmà.
Awo
àwọ̀
sanma.
sánmà,
Mhm. Ní ọ̀sán
Ní
ní
ọ̀sán.
ọ̀sán
gangan.
gangan,
Gangan.
So let's say the full thing. Àwọ̀ sánmà ní
àwọ̀ sánmà ní
ọ̀sán
ọ̀sán
gangan.
gangan,
Uh-huh. Meaning the color of the sky, àwọ̀ sánmà, in ní afternoon, ọ̀sán gangan.
All right.
So that's really what it's saying. Because ọ̀sán is like how we say ẹ káàsán, ẹ kú
I
ọ̀sán.
just realized something about the N in Yoruba is like when you say the word song, okay, my N touches my tongue touches the roof of my mouth in the very back of my mouth, right? Song. But when I'm saying fun, the tip of my tongue is touching the roof of my mouth in the front, right behind my teeth.
Yeah, so there's
Fun.
two levels of the nasal in that sense.
So in Yoruba, it's more, the N is more in the back of the throat so that it has that nasal sound.
You're right.
Yeah, I just realized that when we were
Good
reading that
trick.
sentence. So,
Gong gong.
yeah, gong gong. So now it's
Very
going to be
well.
easier for me to do it.
You're catching on fast. Well done, Linnea.
Thank you.
So share that with your classmates as well as a good
Okay.
tip and trick when you practice with them. Àwọ̀ sánmà ní ọ̀sán gangan.
Awesome. Oh, oh,
So that's the color blue. What about the color for green?
green.
Àwọ̀
Àwọ̀
ewéko, ewéko,
ewéko.
Ewéko.
ewéko,
Àwọ̀
remire.
ewéko.
Very nice. Ewéko.
Ewéko.
That
Ewéko.
is
Ewéko.
that is herbs. Those are like that's like grass, the color of grass. Or ewé, like leaf. Ewé, ewé, domi.
Replacement.
So those are the two ones you can use. Àwọ̀ ewéko or ewé. Simply àwọ̀ ewé igi tàbí koríko. So the color of leaves of the color of tree leaves, where igi is a tree and ewé is the leaf. Tàbí, we're seeing this tàbí again, right? And it's a conjunction. It's telling us or koríko.
Koríko.
That's a new one, right?
Koríko.
Koríko. And that
Koríko.
is grass.
Koríko,
Oh, okay.
koríko.
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 Hey,
So that is
my dog
grass.
just ran in the koríko today for the first time.
Ajá mi sáré
Nice,
Ajá
nice.
mi sáré sí koríko ọjọ́ òní. My dog ran in the grass. Ajá mi sáré ní koríko ọjọ́ òní. Today. Ọjọ́ òní. So I don't think we touched on the days and the weeks class. We might need to revisit that if we have some extra time in this unit, which I assume we will. So we'll touch on the days and the seasons. That being said, àwọ̀ ewé igi tàbí koríko, which is grass.
Koríko. Koríko. Koríko.
Yes. Remire.
Remire.
If you ever struggle with pronouncing the word initially, try to hum the vowels or sing the vowels and then overlay the words on that. Kind of like with rap, right? Hence why we have the term mumble rap. You first of all mumble it and then you rap it. You put the words on
Yeah,
top.
yeah.
All right. So let's look at the next one. Yellow. Yellow.
Yellow. Yellow.
Sometimes they'll
Yellow.
say reshu, reshu, pupa, reshu, reshu, pupa, reshu, reshu.
Reshu.
Or I like to say the color of the yolk. Oh yeah, yeah. Awo, yeah, yeah. Or so we say it's awo, awo, orun, tabi,
Àwọ̀ ọ̀run tàbí
Awon.
oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
ọ̀yàyà.
Because we see the dot underneath, right? Do, do, do. Lo, lo, lo. Oh yeah, yeah. Awo, orun, midodo. Domi, tabi, do do do. Oh yeah, yeah. The color of the sun. Uru is the sun. Oh yeah, yeah. That is yolk.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Egg yolk.
The best
Oh
part.
yeah, yeah. And think about it, it's kind of onomatopoeic in its reference. Oh yeah, yeah. Like the yolk.
Yeah.
Even yolk is onomatopoeic when you think about it. But or maybe it's maybe it's not, and I'm thinking too much
What
into
is
it.
what is that word you're saying? Auto what? Auto
Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia.
what's that?
It's where a word represents the actual sound. So,
Oh
like,
yeah,
think
yeah.
of
It does
a,
seem like
a
that. Yeah.
crash, crash, pow. Like you
Yes.
read a comic, right? And in the comic, the character punches
Yeah.
someone. It's like boom, pow,
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
So those are like onomatopoeias.
Okay.
Um, clang, clank,
Clank. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
drip,
Like the dishes clanking on.
drop, right?
Okay.
Tiptoe, teeny tiny.
Teeny tiny. Yeah.
So those examples evoke the it evokes a certain it first of all it's like it's capturing the muscle movement in your mouth but also with your gestures as well, right? So that's a little into the science of like onomatopoeias and but
Yeah.
also the how words are carried and conveyed. So in that sense I liken it to the oyaya. And you'll
Oh
see other examples of onomatopoeias play out. Sometimes they make sense, and sometimes they are not real words.
yeah. It reminds me of that show Young Sheldon, where the little kid is a genius. I don't know if you ever seen
Yeah,
it.
I haven't
And
seen it, but I've
it,
seen
it's a
clips
great
of it.
show, but he's I think he uses that word to like in a way make fun of his brother, like or of somebody like because his brother doesn't know the big word and he uses that word and I didn't know what it meant and I thought I'm
Onomatopoeia.
gonna look that up. I'm gonna look that up and I never did and it's been like a year since I seen the show and I'm like hearing it again. I'm like, wait, why does that sound so familiar? That's why.
I don't even know how I know that word, but I think it's from school, but then comic books. That's the best reference to onomatopoeias because it appears so many
Yeah.
times in comic books. It's literally how comic books are evoked in our imagination. So, um, we looked at yellow, or pupa
Yellow.
rishu, or I like to say awo yaya
Oh, yeah, yeah.
to be more like the color of the egg yolk.
Mhm.
Orangey,
Orangey.
orangey,
Orange.
Orangey.
Orange.
that is orange.
Orange.
We say awo osan, tí ó
Is
pọ́n,
is that
awo
supposed to be a
osan.
low Low instead of a LOQ on the or under
Oh, you mean
O
here?
low high? Yeah.
So low, high. Oh, that must have been a typo.
Very low.
Thank you for
Yeah,
catching that.
that's all
I
right.
wasn't sure what you meant. Low, high, low.
Low.
Orangey.
Someone's at my door.
Domido.
Let me tell him
Orangey.
I'm busy.
Orangey.
Orangey.
Yes.
Did you want to?
So we say this is the color of a ripe orange fruit. Oson, oson, that's orange. Awoson, tí ó pọ́n.
Awesome.
When you say something is pọ́n, tí ó pọ́n, it's like something that is ripened. We remember I brought up this word pon in the body parts class with oju, the eyes. I said oju to pon. That's like the eyes that are swollen,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah.
Pon can also be used as a reference when carrying something on the back. In the case of a woman carrying her child on the back, iyam pomo.
Yeah, pomo.
So if you look into like some of the wordplay again in Oturupon Meji, one of the Odus, um, they'll they'll say um Oturupon Meji Ewifubium. Trying to see how it starts. Uh
Asham.
but I'll come back to it when I can remember it. But I wanted to bring up that reference of pon as a means of it has certain meanings depending on its context. So here in this context, it's something that's ripe because it's talking about a fruit. Also,
Osan. Okay, so now in that word you're saying S as in S, like sounds like
yes,
but
not sh.
yeah, what is that? How do we know? Is it because there's an A after it? Like what's the little rule to know
There'll be
when
a
it
dot underneath the S.
Oh yeah, okay.
So like, let me see if we can see an example. I don't think we've covered an example here.
Yeah, there's been several times we've said it. Okay, right
She,
there, and in that chalet word or whatever, that really cool word.
shele, where,
Oh, right here, Salaye, right up above, one line above to the right, and over to the
shalaye,
Shalaye. Yeah.
dodomi. Yes,
So
sha.
it's the dot under the S makes it sh instead of
That's correct.
okay. All right, thank you.
No worries. So
Okay, orange.
now we've looked at orange. Awos, oson, tiopon. So the color of an orange that is ripe. So let's look at the next color, purple. We say purple, purple,
Popu.
purple,
Popu.
Popu.
or aluko,
Aluko.
Oluku.
Is that kind of like
aluko.
purple or violet type situation? Like
More
in English?
so, aluko being the um aluko is probably the more closer word to the traditional word, while poku is the English derivative.
Oh,
So
okay. Oh,
most of these color words you might see are either derivative of the English words,
uh-huh.
but they would most likely have the color of an item, like of they might say the color of orange, for example, or the color of leaves. But something like aluko was a dye, is a tie dye. So it's one
Oh,
of the major colors, as well as
yeah.
pupa,
Okay.
funfun, and dudu. So in that sense, those colors were manufactured and processed as dyes. And then later on, other colors. But yeah, this one in this case has the color aluko.
Aluko.
So what do we say? How do we describe the purple to someone if they couldn't understand our accent when we said aluko? They're like, and they look at you and you're like, aluko, oh, can you purple? Even though they will most likely understand you when you say that. But if in the case they don't, you might want to say adalu, awo
Adalu.
pupa,
Awo pupa.
meaning
Ati.
Alu.
a mix.
Balulu.
Adalu,
Balu.
dodomi, dodo, rere, àwọ̀ pupa,
Á
àti
dà àwọn àwọ̀
Ati
á dà àwọn
balulu.
àwọ̀ yìí pọ̀.
mi gbọ́ yín, I didn't hear you, Baba.
Á dà àwọn àwọ̀ yìí pọ̀ mọ́ra wọn. N ló
Ada,
dáa fún
ada
á dà
wọn
àwọ̀
àdàlú,
yìí pọ̀.
meaning to
Àdàlú
mix.
àdàlú gangan lọ́tọ̀ ni orúkọ àdàlú nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Àdàlú tó bá ní àdàlú dàpọ̀ so tá a bá dàálù á tún kó mọ́ ní àdàlú dàpọ̀. Tó bá fẹ́ kọ àdàlú yìí délẹ̀ so wàá kọ ní àdàlú dàpọ̀.
Àdàlú dàpọ̀. That
um
would be okay. So Baba is saying that that is also a name in Yoruba that they give to children.
Oh,
And he used the example of àdàlú dàpọ̀.
so
Adalu.
wàá máa ní ìsìn dàpọ̀
Yes, dàpọ̀ is
Dapo.
is one of the names.
yes.
Mm.
And so it can be used because it means a mixture, right? It means to mix. So in this case, we're saying àdàlú àwọ̀ pupa àti blue. So it's a mixture of red and blue.
Adalu means to mix.
That's correct.
Mm.
That's actually a cool
Adalu,
name.
Dodomi. That's right. Baba, Moni Biri, I have a question.
ń gbọ́.
Kí ni ìtumọ̀ dàpọ̀? What is the meaning of dàpọ̀?
Dako.
Dàpọ̀.
Dàpọ̀. Nǹkan tó ti dàpọ̀, nǹkan tó ti mix, tó ti wọnú ara wọn.
That has entered their body, that has mixed. Dàpọ̀.
Tó ti mix wọn. Bí kéèyàn mix omi mọ́tí, ó ti dàpọ̀.
Like when we mix water and gin, they've mixed. Ó ti dàpọ̀. So, kí ni yàtọ̀? What is the difference? Pẹ̀lú, àdàlú, with àdàlú, and àti, dàpọ̀, and dàpọ̀. So what is the difference between àdàlú and dàpọ̀?
So àdàlú mean first thing, irú bó ṣe jẹ́ àwọ̀ dúdú, ìyẹn dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí àdàlú báun. Dàpọ̀, ó dàbí àwọ̀ funfun tá a mix mọ́ra wọn. Dàpọ̀ náà jẹ́ bí funfun báyẹn.
So it's like the counterpart.
So méjèèjì ti dúró pé àwọn nǹkan tá a fẹ́ dà papọ̀ rèé o, àdàlú dàpọ̀. So tó bá wá pọ̀ jù báyẹn náà lọ, àdàlú dàpọ̀ ni, tàbí ẹ da gbogbo ẹ̀ pọ̀ mọ́ra wọn.
So mix and mix.
Yes.
Mm,
It's like àdàlú, it's like left hand. Àdàpọ̀ is like
right hand.
right hand. So when we are coupled together, so wọ́n ti dàpọ̀ mọ́ra wọn, they are mixed together. So àdàlú dàpọ̀.
Mm. To be conjoined almost in the name.
Kó lè yé dáadáa, kó lè yé dáadáa. Ká ní nísìn, ìgbà tá
So
ní
to
omi
understand
ọtí
now.
So so àdàlú ń sìn ká sọ pé òun lomi báyẹn, àdàpọ̀ ká sọ pé òun lọtí. So tá bá ti da méjèèjì pọ̀ ló di àdàlú dàpọ̀.
So àdàlú would use water and dàpọ̀ would use liquor. And when you pour both of them together, they would become àdàlú dàpọ̀. In this thing. So that's why it's like mix and mix. So that's a little segue. Thank you for that, Baba, for the wisdom. Now I want to move us to the next color. Brown. Brown. This is the the color of earth. Àwọ̀ ilẹ̀.
Àwọ̀ ilẹ̀.
Ilẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Àwọ̀ ilẹ̀.
So brown.
That's one of my favorite colors.
Yes, mine too. And green.
I like brown and blue, especially together. Brown and blue, very awesome looking.
Yeah. It gives good feelings, especially the sky and the earth.
Yeah. Huh. I never thought of that.
Yeah. There you go.
Another favorite set of colors is red and black.
Yeah, that's the color of Eshu right there.
Yeah.
Red and black. Goes well.
And I love pink.
I love pink. Pink is my favorite
Yes.
color.
We're gonna look at pink shortly. But before we look at pink, let's look at green. Eru.
Eru.
Àwọ̀ eru. That's like ash. Ash is like eru.
Ash is like eru.
There's a verse I was thinking about from, was it Iworimeji? And when you eventually come to the Oduifa class and lectures, but it was the part saying Inoku Feru Boju Agada kú
Ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ kún
fọ́
fọ́mọ
ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀
kún
ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀
fọ́mọ
kú
rọ́pò.
fọ́mọ ẹ̀rọ́pò.
Wàhálà tí ó
Uh-huh.
bá sí ilé ọmọ ní jogún ẹ̀bù.
So in that part, it mentioned the fire dies and leaves behind ash
Mm.
on its face. Iná kú ferú bojú, ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ kú fọ́mọ ẹ̀rọ́pò,
Rẹ̀ rọ́pò.
meaning the
Banana tree.
banana tree dies for ẹ̀rọ́pò. Kí ni ẹ̀rọ́pò?
Rọ́pò pé ó fi ọmọ ẹ̀ sílẹ̀.
Okay, and left and drop its children. So the banana bunches.
Sọ́mọ pé tí ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ kò kí dúró ní ònìkan ṣoṣo tó bá ti ń dàgbà náà lọ́mọ rẹ̀ ti máa yọ nísàlẹ̀. Tí wọ́n bá ti bẹ́ ní tó ti dàgbà míì tó máa kù tí ó tún padà dàgbà.
The plantain tree, when it's getting old, it drops its children in bunches.
Mm.
And so it's kind of a incantation that is speaking to legacy and leaving behind legacy. Now, what is it the fire leaves behind once it dies? Ash from the things that were burnt.
Mm-hmm.
There's a after that it says ṣé Sansan yòókù Talájẹrìndé or Òṣùpá kú ìràwọ̀ fiṣẹ́ lẹ́yìn tàbí
Ó ní
Òṣùpá kú fìràwọ̀ ṣẹ́ lẹ́yìn.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni
Meaning the
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni
moon.
bóṣùpá bá kú àfìràwọ̀ sẹ́lẹ̀gbẹ̀.
Àfìràwọ̀ ṣẹlẹ́gbẹ̀ of
Àfìràwọ̀ ṣẹlẹ́gbẹ̀ àbí kó fi ṣẹlẹ́yìn nǹkan kan
kó
nìyẹn.
fi ṣẹlẹ́yìn nǹkan tí mo kí. Meaning the sun, when the moon dies or when the moon wanes, ó fi ìràwọ̀ ṣẹlẹ́yìn. It leaves the stars it leaves room for the stars to shine.
Oh.
So those three are like as cosmic statements before it goes into the verse about Tani Adafa Funibe Baba. Who did we cast definition for in that verse?
Níbi olúpo
Iná kú ferú bojú, ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ kú fọ́mọ ẹ̀rọ́pò. Sànsán yòókù Talájẹrìndé tí òṣùpá
báyọ̀lájì
bá.
ọba sí ọmọ ní jogún ẹ̀bù. Ó yàtọ̀ síra wọn níbi tí wọ́n ti mọ̀ níbi mo ti mọ̀
So
ọ̀tọ̀ ni.
okay, the one I'm chanting is different because it happens like that in Ifa words. There's some different verses, but in there it was talking about leaving the generational blessings and opening up room for the next generation when we pass.
Generation by generation.
Exactly, generation by generation. So that's where I wanted to bring in Eru because it appeared in that verse in Ifa in relation to fire. So Eru, Awo, Eru Tabi, Okuta. Okuta is stone.
Àpáta ló tún fẹ́ ju àwérú. Òkúta
Àpáta.
yàtọ̀ sápáta. Stone yàtọ̀ sí rock. Àpáta ló tún fẹ́ ju àwérú.
Okay, stone is Àpáta. Okuta is rock.
Àpáta ni rock.
Okay. Oh, Okuta is stone, but Àpáta is rock. Okay.
So àpáta ló ju àwérú.
Yes. Oh, so he's saying that the rock is similar in color to ash. And likewise, I've seen stones similar in color. So what I'm going to do is say tabi or apata, and that would be, I think I need to bring up my Lexi logo. That was quick. Apata, apata, that is rock. And I think we'll come on and learn this more in our nature and environments class. Now to find the documents. There we go. So tabi, apata.
Apata.
Any questions so far? I know I've been talking for a while.
So that means the color of the ash or stone. The ash is okuta and the
Oh no,
apata is the
the
stone.
color of ash is eru, and this is or rock.
Stone or rock of ash. The color of ash or stone or rock. Awo iri
Eru, tabi,
ewu
or okuta,
Okuta,
okuta
tabi,
tabi,
apata,
apata.
obata.
Òkúta delete òkúta àpáta ni kò filẹ̀. Kọ́lọ̀ òkúta yàtọ̀. Kọ́lọ̀ òkúta jọmọ́ brown. Ó jọmọ́ white. Pure white òkúta wà. Tó jẹ́
Nǹkan
stone.
tí mo fi síbẹ̀ náà, I still kept it there because it's of vocabulary. It's still good for them to know as an object. So while the color of a stone can still change and a color of rock or a cliff, apata can also be a cliff. And so then the colors can sometimes vary. Generally, we want to safely assume that it can be the color of ash or gray. But we're trying to describe the color of gray objects. Apata being rock and rocky cliffs, which tend to have gray stones. There can be some exceptions. And stones, okuta, smaller pebble stones.
And then the
Smaller,
color of the stone is different.
yeah. And sometimes, yes, the color of stones can be different. So,
We have
in that
white.
sense,
We have brown. We have deep. We have black.
right? So, we can keep this to be mindful of that. That no, the colors, rocks can have different colors. All right. So let's continue with the next one. Pink. Finally got to pink. Pinky.
Pinky,
Pinky. Midodo. That is, or puparere, which is like a light red.
Puparere.
Pinky or puparere.
Puparere.
Puparere,
Puparere.
puparere,
And we look at the description, a light shade of red. Àwọ̀ pupa tí kò fi bẹ́ẹ̀ pọ́n.
baby bone,
I'll say it slowly. Àwọ̀ pupa.
Owa. Pupa.
pupa,
Tí kò
tico,
fi
fi,
bẹ́ẹ̀
be,
pọ́n.
pon,
Àwọ̀ pupa tí kò fi bẹ́ẹ̀ pọ́n.
Awo.
pupa, ti,
Tico.
fi, be,
Bẹ́ẹ̀ pọ́n.
pon.
Awo pupa.
So a light shade of red.
Light shade of red.
Pinky or puparere. We'll get into some other colors. We call
Gold. I like gold too.
gold.
Let's see.
Gold.
Wura.
Wura.
Wura. I got it. Okay.
Wura.
Woora. Woora.
Wura.
Woora.
Àwọ̀. Wúrà.
Irin.
Irin iyebíye.
Ibe.
Irin being a metal. Iyebíye is precious.
EBA.
Dore, dore, mire. Iyebíye.
Ibe. Ibe.
Iyebíye.
Ibe. Ibe.
Try saying that. Iyebíye.
Ibe.
EBA.
Dore, mire.
Is that
Iyebíye.
EABA? Is that precious?
Correct.
And then is metal,
EBA.
Irin is metal.
like
Metal.
iron. Okay. That's
Yeah.
I thought of iron.
Irin ogun would be like iron. But
Okay.
irin is metal. So it refers to the metal groups. Oje is lead. That's irin.
Oh.
So ide, that's copper.
EABA.
So that's another metal. Wura is another
Wura.
metal.
Wura.
So is that EABA? Is that the same type of precious, meaning that you could just call a baby precious, like EABA?
Yes.
Because the
Ọmọ
baby's
iyebíye.
EABA. Okay.
Ọmọ iyebíye.
And
Yeah.
then, so
Precious
ìyá
child.
ni
Okay.
ìyá náà tó máa ń pè ní wúrà. Ìyá ni wọ́n máa ń pè ìyá ní wúrà. Wọ́n máa ń pè ìyá ní iyebíye. So wípé kò sí iye tí mi ò lè ná fún ìyá mi. Ìyá ní wúrà iyebíye. So a máa fi ń kọrin.
So my mother is gold, very precious.
Hmm.
So they'll say iyebíye
EBA.
as
Iyebíye.
another oriki, or to describe a woman who is named Wura.
Wúrà is like gold, diamond.
Exactly. So àwọn irin iyebíye. Òkúta iyebíye would be a diamond, as it's a mineral. But a metal would be like gold or silver. Fadaka.
Fadaka.
Domido.
Fadaka.
Domido. Fadaka. And let's look at the description. Àwọ̀ fàdákà irin
Àwọ̀
iyebíye.
Oh, fadaka. Irin.
Àwọ̀ fàdákà là ń pè irin iyebíye. That là ń pè is what I said is what we call. So when I say àwọ̀ fàdákà là ń pè irin iyebíye,
Àwọ̀ fàdákà.
I'm saying the color silver is what we call precious metal, but it's not all the way correct because you don't call all precious metals àwọ̀ fàdákà. But if you want to say àwọ̀ fàdákà is the color silver, or in fact, silver is a precious metal. Fàdákà ní irin iyebíye, meaning fàdákà is a precious metal. But here we're talking about the color. So we're saying àwọ̀ fàdákà. So don't be mistaken. Àwọ̀ is not part of the color. Àwọ̀ is simply saying the color. Fàdákà is itself an object, but it has a color. Same thing we do in English. How we call silver silver and gold gold.
Yeah.
So same thing in Yoruba. Wúrà is gold. Fàdákà is silver. Both of them are irin iyebíye. They're precious metals.
Okay.
Metals of high consideration. And etymologically speaking, because it just clicked now, iye, biye is like honor gives birth to honor because iye means iye is also coming from honor. Oye is honor normally, but some places they'll say e is also honor or like so iye biye could also be kind of etymologically speaking like honor gives birth to honor. I need to look that up though. So still hold off on absorbing
Okay.
that knowledge. It is a hypothesis on my
Okay.
etymology of that word. But we'll move on. So we have 20 more minutes for class. So we have time to move into the next segment. How are you guys feeling so far though? You need a break? You need some questions? You ready to power through?
No, I'm
What
Yeah,
y'all
good.
I'm ready.
feeling?
I can power
Y'all
through.
good?
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah,
You
let's do it.
ready? I like that. All right, cool. It's your time.
I
Let's
won.
go. So we're looking at shapes now. Awono,
I
ona,
won.
ona.
I won. I won.
So these are shapes. Awon being plural, mind you, it's not talking about ona is shape. So awona is shapes,
Mm.
mind you. This is just saying it's a plural. When you see awon.
I won.
Okay.
I won. Okay.
So we're looking at the English, then the Yoruba, and then a little emoji.
So in the English, they add a S for the plural, and here they're adding an N,
Awon.
right? I won.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes it plural. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So àwọn ọmọ méjèèjì, àwọn ọmọ méjì, or so the two children. You don't say the two child, right? You say the two children.
Right. Right.
Mm.
So let's look at the next one. Square. Square. Onígun mẹ́rin. Ah, look at that. We're coming back to
Mary.
numbers. What is mẹ́rin?
Mary.
Mary.
Two? No.
You said what is Mary?
Mẹ́rin. For square. Onígun mẹ́rin.
4. Is it 4?
Beautiful.
Is it?
Yes, that's
Okay.
right. Why
Oh,
are you questioning
Erin.
yourself?
Erin.
You got
Okay.
it.
Erin is 4.
Annie, yes. Mary is also 4. Mary or Annie.
Mary.
Why we put the M? Because remember we're just following after something that ends with a consonant. Onigun Mary. It would be weird to say Onigun Annie,
Mm.
right? So we say Onigun Mary. So
Onigun Mary.
Onigun is like owner of points, owner of 4 points. So owner tó ní igun mẹ́rin tó dọ́gba, meaning a shape with 4
4.
equal
Oh, got you.
sides.
Okay, got you.
So the 4-sided item. Onígun mẹ́rin, ọ̀nà tó a shape tó ní that possesses sides. Igun. Igun.
Ogun.
Mẹ́rin
Mary.
tó
Mary.
2.
that are equal. Dọ́gba.
Dogba.
Dogba. Dogba.
Makes sense. Okay.
Ọ̀nà tó ní igun mẹ́rin tó dọ́gba à ń pè onígun mẹ́rin
Dogba.
is what we call a shape with 4 equal sides is what we call a square. Ọ̀nà tó ní igun mẹ́rin tó dọ́gba là ń pè onígun mẹ́rin. Ṣó ti yé yín? Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
So just like I see with the triangle, it's metas 3. Okay. I see.
Now you're catching the pattern. There
Yes,
we
I'm
go.
seeing it. I'm
You're
seeing.
seeing it.
I'm like, why are they bringing numbers into this? I'm like, okay, now it makes sense.
because you see why? Yeah. Now we had to do the numbers before we got, because if we just got in here, you're like, what the heck is right? So now we had numbers out the way. You can build on top of your knowledge. All right. Your patience is paying off. The work you're putting is paying off. All right. Let's look at this then. What about a circle? We're not just going to go straight to the triangle because that would be easy territory. Let's break it up a little bit with the circle. Remember that word ayika?
Aika.
When we say to yiwaka, surrounding us. But here it's ayika, we surround or to surround. Ayika is a circle.
Ayika.
Aika.
Mhm. When they say iri ayika, they're saying the good fortunes, all encompassing fortunes. It's the same, it's almost the same thing as ire bubu. You know what bubu is? Bubu, all. Bubu, that's all. So when you say ayika, we're saying a circle, all, and all encompassing. All right. The circle is all encompassing. Another name would be Rubutu. Rubutu.
Roboto.
Roboto.
So you can choose between the two, Rubutu or Ayika. Whichever one sounds cooler to you. But that being said, what is Ayika? What is a circle? It is a round shape without corners or sides. Uno, 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 turo, uno, turo,
Uno, turo.
turo, which is to be round. A shape, una, turo, tiku ni, that does not have igun corners or sides.
Igun corners
Mhm.
or sides. 4 points doesn't have any of those. That's kind of weird. It is a point, like the outside of it, or the inside is.
The whole
Point.
thing is a point. Well, the inside would be the radius, right? But it's not exposed to the outer world. It's all internal. Unlike the other shapes, it's kind of esoteric when you think about it.
Yeah.
When you get into Pythagorean theorem and the world and the cult of Pythagoras in ancient Greek. Well, yes.
My dog's name is Zeus.
What an
That's
epic
funny that you
name.
said that. Ancient Greek. Yeah. When I looked in his
His
eyes,
ears flared up. He was like, did they summon me?
but it's so funny because when I first got him, he was a puppy and he was named Chartreuse or Choco Taco because he's like chocolate lab and pit bull mix. And when I looked at him, I said, I can't even call you those names like that. I got to change your name. I'm sorry. And he's just looking at me and he's very curious. He's always tilting his head and his ears are moving and he's like, oh, and he's very curious, like just sniffing every, huh, what's going on here? And so when I told him, look at me, I need to look in your eyes and see what you want me to call you. And then I was like, okay, Zeus. And
Oh,
he loves it. Well, at least I think he does.
I mean, he's being named after a very powerful Greek deity. I'm sure he'd love it. Even if he doesn't know, I think it's beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
All right. So we've looked at the circle. Now we can go to the triangle. Onigumeta.
Onigun meta.
Triangle. Onigumeta.
Meta.
Ọ̀nà tó ní igun mẹ́ta, a shape with three corners. Ọ̀nà tó ní igun mẹ́ta. You guys got that?
Ọ̀nà tó ní igun mẹ́ta.
Meta.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. A shape with three corners. Ní being the possessive. To is saying like that is, or which is the identifier of the shape. Okay?
Ọ̀nà tó ní, ọ̀nà
Now
tó
let's
ní
look at
mẹ́ta.
a rectangle. A rectangle has four sides, right?
Mm-hmm.
So two sides are bigger. We say for a rectangle, onígun mẹ́rin gígùn.
Ọ̀ní. Uh-oh. Onígun mẹ́rin gígùn.
Do mi, I mean re mi re.
Gígùn.
Miri. Ogun Miri.
Mi re. Mi do.
Mẹ́rin.
Gígùn mẹ́rin gígùn.
Gigun.
Gígùn mẹ́rin
Gígùn.
gígùn.
High low. Gígùn.
Gigun.
Onígun
Very nice.
gígùn.
So that is the rectangle, four sides. But one gígùn means like large. So it's referring to the extension of two sides.
I hope you put these recordings for sale, like so we can like watch them, refer back to them.
I mean, once you pay for the class and you have access to them.
Oh, okay.
So even if you leave and come back, they'll still be there. Yep. Thank you, admin, too.
Thank you. Yeah.
No problem.
Then sell them for other people to buy and learn. And
we'll be posting some shorts on YouTube that you can check out. So
a friend of mine did her business. She was an insurance exam teacher. She would help teach people so they could pass the insurance exam to become an insurance agent. And she kept wanting to provide really good, clean video footage of the class, and finally she just decided, she kept having problems, and so finally she decided to sell it as is, like this, and with the students talking and asking questions and just like that, and she became like a millionaire overnight. It was really wild. So
well,
yeah.
As enticing as that sounds, I still want to make sure the class gets its quality first before we talk about becoming millionaires. We'll get there eventually. But right now, enjoy it being just the four of us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, so let's continue. So, onígun mẹ́rin kan tó gùn ju èkejì lọ. So it's saying a four-sided shape, onígun mẹ́rin kan, with two sides.
Mo ti nílò battery.
Kò sí yọnu, a fẹ́ parí, ó kù ìṣẹ́jú mẹ́fà, so it's okay if you need to head out. Thank you for attending.
Thank you, Baba. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye, Papa.
All right.
All right, bye-bye. Have a good night.
Yeah, I have no battery. All right.
Okay, thank you. All right, so we say onígun mẹ́rin kan tó gùn ju èkejì lọ. A four-sided shape with two sides longer than the other two. So tó gùn ju, so that are longer than. So tó gùn, that is long. Ju is than, longer than. Èkejì lọ.
Èkejì lọ.
And so the comparison is julo,
Julo.
and they squeeze èkejì as a comparison.
Kejilo.
So ju èkejì lọ,
Then the other two.
Ju Kejilo.
èkejì being the pair or two sides.
Okay.
Okay.
So onígun mẹ́rin, so four sides. Kan tó gùn ju èkejì lọ, with four-sided shape with two sides longer than the other two.
Onígun mẹ́rin kan tó
Tó gùn ju
ju
do re do èkejì re lọ. All right. So let's power through, guys. We have 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes. We can cover. I think. Let's see. We got a couple more things. The next class we'll cover is adjectives and the worksheets. So let's see if we can finish the shapes, and then we'll call it a night. Okay.
Okay.
So we're on star, because we're all stars here, right? Ashe. Ìràwọ̀.
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 Do. Lo.
Ìràwọ̀.
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 A star. So something that could be star shaped. Ọ̀nà tó máa ń wà lójú ọ̀run ní alẹ́. So it's saying ọ̀nà, shape, tó máa ń, that is frequently. Remember, if you guys remember me bringing up this man, what I said that this is a habitual tense. It hasn't come up before in this lesson, so it's the first time, and I want to again bring emphasis on it. Habitual tense, telling us something that's frequently occurring. Ọ̀nà tó máa ń wà lójú ọ̀run ní alẹ́, that is seen in the sky, in the face of the sky. Lójú, ojú, remember ojú, the face or the eye. Ojú ọ̀run, the eye of the sky or the face of the sky. Ní, in, alẹ́, the evening. So the skies, so shape seen in the sky at night. Ìràwọ̀. Remember in that verse, òṣùpá fìràwọ̀ ṣẹlẹ́yìn. The òṣùpá kú fìràwọ̀ ṣẹlẹ́yìn, meaning the moon wanes or dies and leaves the stars to shine. The moon being the main attractor at night. But when it's a new moon, you get to see all the stars. And just like that, the legacy and the work we leave, we never know, but when we pass, we never know all the lives we've touched. Right? Those little stars are all the little lives we touched after we've shown. And it also was that the stars were supporting the moon to shine. So it's right, and it goes the same way with the ash was helping the fire to burn. It was a product of the fires burning all the items. It was the plant. The plant needs its children to spread around, right? So it goes both ways. That's the wisdom of Ifa. That being said, let's look at the heart. We're going to the heart space. Ọkàn.
Is the heart shape the same as heart in your chest? The word ọkàn? Ọkàn?
Yeah.
Ọkàn?
Okay.
Ọkàn. Okay.
And in this case, ọ̀nà tó ń ṣàpẹẹrẹ ìfẹ́. That word àpẹẹrẹ, remember, is example.
Which word is example?
Àpẹẹrẹ. When it says ṣàpẹẹrẹ, ṣe àpẹẹrẹ, ọ̀nà tó ń ṣe àpẹẹrẹ, a shape that is an example of ìfẹ́, love.
Ìfẹ́, love.
Ìfẹ́, Do mi, ife, that is the act of love.
So what is ifa? Ife is one word, is
Ifa,
love. What is ifa?
ifa is like I draw upon almost. Fa is to like draw, and that's like when they would like draw on the sand or imprint. But Ifa in general is the Orisha of wisdom and
Mm,
divination.
yeah.
And so Ifa would probably refer to the act of wisdom or the act of pulling Fa to pull something or inhale, sometimes like Fa.
Oh,
So
like
from
life,
some,
like essence of life or something.
yeah. I highly suggest to do a little bit more research on that. Not that I don't know, but I also don't know. So uh it'll be I will also look into that. So let's look at the next one.
Oval. Okay.
Oval.
Oval.
Ogi, ogi,
Ogiri?
Ogiri.
ogiri,
Ogiri.
Ogiri.
ogiri,
Ogiri.
ogiri,
Mhm.
Interesting.
Or Ayika Gigun.
ogi,
Ayika
ayika,
Gigun.
ayi,
Remember this rectangle is Onigun Merin Gigun. The
ayi,
circle is Ayika. So an
Ah.
oval is Ayika Gigun.
ayika, gigon,
Oyika Gigun.
Or
ayika, gigon,
Ogiri.
Ogiri. Okay.
Ogiri. Domidodo. Domidodo. Ogiri. Ogiri. Ogiri.
ogiri.
We got one more. One more, guys.
Okay.
Oshupa.
Oshuba.
Do
Oshupa.
re do mi.
It's a
I knew
crescent.
that one already
Okay.
because Oshun became the moon.
Oh.
Yeah, I knew it.
Oshuba.
Oshupa lo
Yes.
tente we.
Makes
Yes, love
sense.
that.
Oshun le tente o a. Àrèmọdò ṣùpá o, ọ̀ṣun lè téńté.
There's like two versions of that song. I only know one of them. And you know what's crazy?
Orí
One night I
èyí
was
o.
listening to it on my phone because we had recorded a session where we were singing and stuff at Temple and playing the drums and things. And I was listening to it and practicing the song over and over because I needed it for the Oshun Festival and I needed to know it. And so as I was sitting there practicing and I had a box, like a flat box with like cans of food in it that my client had that were like some of them ancient, like old, years old, like 5, 10 years old, these cans of food. I'm sitting there and all of a sudden, and I'm singing it and practicing, and all of a sudden, pop, one of the cans exploded.
Oh, wow.
It was so crazy. Yeah, like must have been the energy in the room. I
Tell me
didn't
about it.
get hurt. It was crazy though.
I'm
Yeah.
glad. But um that is oh yeah, so I want us to get to thank you for sharing. I want us to get to the example of this and then we'll end it here. So the example for the moon says it's the shape of the moon when it is not full, the crescent.
Okay.
Ọ̀nà oṣù,
On a
On
Oshu.
a Oshu.
the shape of the moon. Nígbà,
Nipa.
Liba.
nígbà, when,
Nipa.
ìgbà, ìgbà, or nígbà. So it's
Nipa.
ní ìgbà, in the
Iiba.
time. Tí kò, that
Tiku.
Ti.
is not, the kò, that low tone is indicating a negation. Tí kò bá
Tikuba.
kún,
Ba. Kun.
when you
Tikuba.
say kún, that is
Kun.
something that is full.
Okay.
Mhm. Kún is to be full.
Kun. When it's not full.
So ọ̀nà oṣù nígbà tí kò bá kún. Okay.
Kun. Funfun is white.
Benny, what about
Dudu
you, sir?
is
Regina, what have
black.
you learned?
Pinky is pink.
Pinky, Benny.
Pinky.
What else do I
Pinky.
remember? Oh my gosh.
Hoorah,
I'm gonna have to, we're
gold.
gonna have to make up a little game or something to play
Wura
with.
is gold, Benny.
Hoorah's gold.
What is
Yes.
Fadaka?
Fadaka. Oh boy,
Silver.
Benny.
silver.
What
Yeah.
is Oyaya?
Oh yeah, yeah. The yolk, the yellow, not
The
yellow.
yellow. Is it
You
yellow?
got it the first time, yolk.
Oh yeah, it's yolk. It's yolk, but
It's
Yolk.
there was
yellow.
a color it was matching up with was yellow
Awo,
or
awo, oyaya is the color yellow. When I
yeah,
add
yellow.
awo, when I say oyaya, it's just yolk. When I say awo, that's the color.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Well,
Little trick question there.
yeah.
What is onigumeta?
Um,
Was that the square?
Onigumeta.
Onigumeta.
Oh, I'm thinking. Um,
I'm trying to cheat, but I can't.
Yeah, it's not
I
on the
know it's a
screen.
number. I know it's a number. The triangle,
Why is it a triangle?
because it's the meta represents the three.
That's correct.
Yes.
Ah, good job. Yeah.
That's correct. I was being stern there. I was trying to see if you was gonna stand 10 toes, and you did. So good. That means you guys are learning. So take some time. You guys both attended. Thank you for your time and your presence. Where's your Ianifa? I was hoping to see her today. She was busy.
I
You
have
know
not.
what? I'm sure she is. They've got Kemet in the desert this weekend, so I'm sure she is busy. I'm
Kemet
sure.
in the desert.
Yeah, so it's held in Las Vegas annually,
Oh,
and it's going
okay.
to be Friday and Saturday. And from my understanding, she is doing something within those two events. So I'm sure she's busy. Yeah.
Let's cheer her on then.
Yes, I'll send
Best
you a
of
link
luck.
on it so you can see it. You can see what it
Yes,
is.
awesome. Likewise, I
Hmm.
will also be doing an interview soon, probably coming up next week, with a company, CoPro, and talking about how we're making and taking the Yoruba language to professional levels. So I will share more detail with that in upcoming classes.
Great.
Exciting.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
So thank you guys for all your hard work.
Thank
Thank
Give
you for your
yourselves a
knowledge.
you.
pat on the
Thank you for your
back.
patience.
Man, this
Yes.
was fun. No, it
Patience and
was
your
good.
knowledge.
It's all good.
Super.
It's what I do. It's what we do. And I hope that we can make the classes more engaging, more exciting, and to remind us that because sometimes it can feel boring when we're learning it on our own. But language shouldn't be siloed. It's meant to be engaging. It's meant to be communicative. And so to make the most out of it, you can always practice with your peers. You can practice your Yanifa. You can practice with me. If you give me a call or a heads up, like, hey, I want to practice speaking Yoruba, I can lend you a couple minutes and you can blast my ear with your Yoruba. And but all being, I will pick up the phone if you tell me you want to practice Yoruba, um, and um practice with as many people because as much as we're getting this information, you gotta practice,
Yeah.
practice, practice. You know,
Practice.
we only get so many hours in a day, and your brain, when you start practicing it, automatically it registers as part of who you are, and it becomes a lot easier. So
Hmm.
why
Good.
she ashiku as I learned, not asheju. Asheju would be like overdoing, so don't overdo it. But ashiku, move
Mm,
forward.
Hmm.
You know,
Shay.
Embody it. I like that. You said it becomes part of who you are.
because it will. I mean, we're doing. we're literally reprogramming our brain and setting the habits by coming to these classes, by working the worksheets. You're reprogramming yourself and understanding a new language and a new way of communication. So you are literally making it a part of who you are. But you got to do the work and a part of it is again to not only to get the concepts, but to practice and apply them. We don't,
Mm,
we're trying to build that infrastructure where you can have a space to practice it. And the best place for you to currently practice that is with your temple and with
mhm.
your fellow classmates. Um,
Yeah,
that
just thinking, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt,
Go ahead,
about the next time I'm there with the group, I don't even care if I'm just gonna
butchering
use the
it.
words that I know. I don't even care if I'm
Exactly.
saying it because I've been trying to learn Spanish, and I've been so caught up in the fact that I think that I need to, like, oh, I know how to say hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hmm.
Hey,
And they
I
say
mean,
they're fine, and then I say, oh, then they say y tú, and then oh, bien, or whatever. And I'm
bien,
like,
bien, bien. And I ended there.
but if I don't, but then, like, what if they say something else? Then I don't know what they're saying, and so then I'm less like, I don't even use it because why would I want to get myself in that situation? So
And they start speaking faster because
yes,
they're like,
and
oh, so you
then I'm
know
like,
it.
oh, and
Yeah,
then I'm gonna say, oh, sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. And so I just feel like, okay, I have to not be so rigid with I just need to have fun with it. And just
exactly.
if I know how to say egg, well then fine, I'm gonna go say egg in, the
As many creative ways as you can.
yeah.
And yeah, I had to learn too, because again, I didn't always learn Yoruba, grow up learning Yoruba. So I had to pick it up and butcher it a couple of times, even in front of my parents or family members. But
Wow.
they will correct you because they see you trying. And
Hmm.
in that manner, don't don't give up. It's acquiring a tongue is a skill. It's a lifelong skill. And so
Hmm.
it's going to take you on different journeys and open you up to new frontiers. So just trust in the process, trust that you're here for the right reason to learn and to grow and expand. Okay.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yes, thank
Thank you
you.
guys.
No, thank
All right.
you.
We'll see you on
Thursday.
Thursday. No
Yes.
holidays coming up, right? Okay. I hope you
No.
guys had a wonderful Valentine's Day
Same to
as well.
you. Yes.
Yes,
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
did. And take care. Have a good rest of your night. Greet Ianifa for me as well. Say
You
my
as well.
regards.
Will do.
All
All
right.
right.
Bye bye, you
Good
guys.
night.
Good night.